The Tommy Campbell Show. Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement. Today I'll be covering plenty of stupid, including Australian self-described alpha male Nick Adams, an influencer that heavily promoted the big lie, was a surrogate for Donald Trump's campaign, was appointed to the board of Washington's Woodrow Wilson Center, and roped diapered on by penning a series of books. Trump and Churchill, Defenders of Western Civilization, Trump and Reagan, Defenders of America, Alpha Kings, and just out, a 176-page love letter titled From Mar-a-Lago to Mars, President Trump's Great American Comeback. Nick Adams has zero experience in foreign diplomacy, and this week he posted, almost all of America's economic and infrastructure problems are caused by illegal immigration. Being an ambassador is one thing, doing a good job is another, and performance is not something the Trump administration is concerned with. If that were the case, then Kimberly Guilfoyle wouldn't have been handed the gig. Remember, her consolation prize after swapping swords with Don Jr. was ambassador to Greece, a country she's never been to and doesn't speak the language. I've been there many times, highly recommend it. Biden nominated the current ambassador to Malaysia, Edward Kagan, in 2023. He speaks multiple languages, including French, Mandarin Chinese, and Hungarian. Since we're talking languages.
Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
Very good, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, the person at the table that can't speak nearly as well is Donald Trump. Where was he educated? Trump University? We still have never seen the transcripts. English is the official language of the West African country, and I'm often wondering if people are just so genuinely shocked by Trump's ignorance that they don't know what to say. But it would have been nice to have him, educate Trump just a little to see if Trump actually tried to weasel out of being caught being stupid for the 10th time that day.
I appreciate it. Maybe we're going to have to go a little bit quicker than this because we have a whole schedule. If I could just say it's, your name and your country would be great. Thank you, please.
Muito obrigado, Senhor Presidente Trump.
Name and country? This has turned into an audition without any sides to read. It's like a deli now. Just take a number. I love that he's trying to get everyone to wrap it up when he's never wrapped it up in his life. I mean, this is what Stormy said. I mean, to be fair, Trojan doesn't make a condom shaped like a tiny mushroom. Subscribe. Nick Adams spends a lot of time making memes. Describe Canada in one word. 51st. Yeah, let's just steal a country. Hilarious. Also, 51st is two words connected by a hyphen, and you put a number in two letters. The most patriotic and best-looking couple ever. Again. Whenever these people talk Trump derangement syndrome, they are talking about their own problem. Have you seen the July 4th kiss? Prayer works. He's having a nap and dropping a deuce while the country falls apart. We need more patriotic stars like Kevin Sorbo. And in the meme that he made, he refers to him as Hollywood superstar Kevin Sorbo. If I throw out a name of an actual Hollywood superstar, George Clooney, Tom Cruise, Scarlett Johansson, Liam Neeson, Eddie Murphy, you see like the posters and clips from the movies flash in front of you in a blink. It's incredible. But I would bet if I had someone on the spot for $1,000, no, for $1 million, and I said, name one Kevin Sorbo film from the last 10 years, they couldn't do it. It's impossible. Oh, okay. If you had Bernie the Dolphin too, with a worldwide gross of $25,000, you would have had $1 million. If you had Bernie the Dolphin with a worldwide gross of $16,000, you would have had $1 million. I mean, how do you produce a movie that only makes 16 grand and think sequel, baby? If you had Help on the Highway, $1 million in your pocket. In fairness, that film doesn't count. It was just over 10 years ago, and it's probably just a documentary about Sorbo's life as a tow truck driver for AAA. Peter North has better credits than this guy. I made this show without any sponsors thanks to your tips, channel memberships, and merch. Please throw me what you can to keep this show going. Honestly, when I first encountered Nick Adams, I thought he was satire. After all, he posts tweets such as this: I go to Hooters, I eat rare steaks, I lift extremely heavy weights, I read the Bible every night, I am pursued by copious amounts of women, I am wildly successful, I have the physique of a Greek god, I have an IQ over 180, I am extremely charismatic. They hate this. It's safe to say nobody with that IQ would post this on social media, but this is the same guy that went to war with Pizza Hut.
When Pizza Hut went woke and decided to peddle drag queen propaganda to our youth, patriotic alpha males everywhere took a pledge that Pizza Hut stuffed crust sausage pizza would never again pass our lips. And now they're trying to win our business back. So let's settle this right here, right now. I don't care how many pizzas you send, I will never ever cave, and I will never ever ever apologize. And if you want to really know how I feel about the left's woke precious pizza, I'll show you. I'm off to Hooters with the boys. The boycott stands.
All right, Nick, you go to Hooters with the boys. I'm going to bang my wife. You know, if you're like me, you watched that and thought, yep, I'd still eat that. Protected by the cardboard, barely took any damage. The intended destruction to destruction ratio is up there with Kid Rock missing most of the Bud Light cans. The most disappointing part of it is that it's Pizza Hut, because they use that processed cheese. When I was a kid, we often had Domino's with that 30 minutes or it's free thing back in the day. Man, I've never seen my dad so determined for someone to be late in his life. He would be staring at his watch, pacing the house. He twisted the street sign at the end of the road at one point to throw the people off. He was in it to win it. If you follow me on social media, you know I like to cook because I was a line cook for years and I still make some good stuff for the family most nights of the week. Those are my pizzas on the uni, not an ad, but I did mention them, so I may as well post an Amazon referral link so I can keep the lights on here.
Receiving the call of duty is the greatest day in the life of any American. Today, duty has called me to serve my country overseas, not in the uniform of combat, but armed with the pen of diplomacy. Our president has extended the hand of friendship to old allies and new across the world. It is nothing short of a lifetime's honor to take the president's goodwill and spread it to the great people of Malaysia. It is, Mr. President, my honor to represent you and serve our nation before King Ibrahim Iskandar and his people. To His Majesty, I look forward to working with your government to strengthen ties between our friendly peoples. These opportunities will grow like never before. To the country that has given me so much, I am humbled and honored to be in a position to give back. I look forward to my confirmation process before esteemed senators. Mr. President, I pledge to you that I will never falter in representing the interests of the United States, both at home and abroad.
The only Call of Duty this guy knows is on Xbox. Did I mention Nick's Australian? I think I did, but he's Australian. Sorry, Australia. I bet the Aussies are thrilled to see one of their own making headlines for all the wrong reasons. But on the bright side, he's someone they got rid of. Looking into Nick, he was not so slick back home either. Adams was elected to the municipality of Asheville Council in 2004 on the Liberal Party's ticket. At age 21, he was elected as deputy mayor, the youngest ever in Australia. He was elected under a loophole which allowed Adams as a non-resident to run for elections. In 2005, as deputy mayor, Adams put forward a motion to ban pigeons from the municipality of Asheville due to fears of the bird flu, but failed to explain how this plan would be implemented. Like, was he just going to run over them with golf carts like he did with Pizza Hut? Adams also suggested that the city use a DNA test to catch dog owners who fail to clean up their dog's poop. Pick up your poop, people, okay? And don't hang it on a tree like a awful Christmas ornament. He was criticized for often missing council meetings because he was traveling the American-speaking circuit as a motivational speaker. In October 2006, Adams was formally condemned by fellow councilors after racking up thousands of dollars worth of phone calls and cab charges for personal benefit. Mark Drury, a former member of the council, said that if Adams didn't have a stunt, he wouldn't turn up to meetings. Adams was the PR consultant for the Halloween Institute, marked to make Halloween a public holiday in Australia. The Liberal Party of Australia threatened to suspend Adams from the party for 6 months for conduct deemed likely to embarrass or cause damage to the party during an altercation with Brett Mason, a journalist for Channel 10. However, Adams claims he resigned from the party before he could be suspended. I am breaking up with you. Great story. Having been driven out of politics in Australia, he moved to the United States of America, where he wrote one more book I didn't mention, and probably the only one Donald Trump has actually read. Kenny the Koala Comes to the USA.
Thank you on behalf of Texas. I've gotten hundreds of messages that want to thank. If you're in the cabinet room, you can tell the president and his team on behalf of Texans, thank you so much for the quick response and the loving and the hugs. I saw that you gave. Two quick questions.
This is crazy. This is exactly what Trump wants. He's making a reality show. He needs praise, even when there's no praise due. And that's why Marjorie Taylor Greene's permanent allergic reaction face boyfriend from the hard right network is front row center. These messages are as believable as Nick Adams' IQ claims. Kristi Noem didn't authorize FEMA's deployment of urban search and rescue teams until Monday, more than 72 hours after the flooding began. And you know what she spent her time doing? Posting paintings of herself on Instagram. Seriously, and none of them look like her because she doesn't even look like her. She looks like she crawled out of Mike Lindell's bargain Botox lab van down by the river to the set of Kevin Sorbo's Piranha Sharks, and if you had that movie, $1 million. I Heart MTG. Do you have an application in at CNN or MSNBC? You should do a clip on Nancy next. Or is she your boss? Brian Glenn, I think we found your burner account. Nobody loves MTG. Her voice is nails on a chalkboard, her words are violent, and she has a head like the catcher's mitt under Mike Johnson's bed and hammered Spam cans for feet. I don't think a major network is going to be hiring me anytime soon. And Nancy, which Nancy? Sinatra, Drew, Kerrigan, Reagan? Pelosi. Okay, yes, Pelosi. Yes, she cuts such big checks that I shoot this on the Universal backlot and pretend it's my basement. MAGA tears. Ever since you snowflakes started crying about My Pillow, me and my friends and family have spent thousands of dollars at My Pillow and will continue to buy more in the future. You know, most bedding is built to last, so I wouldn't be so quick to boast about buying Lindell's lumpy pillows because all you're saying is they suck. Also, My Pillow. It's a bit confusing there, because it's one word, it's brand, My Pillow altogether. MAGA tears. He's trying to get everyone to wrap it up when he's never wrapped it up in his life, okay, Tiffany? If it were, then Kimberly Guilfoyle wouldn't have been handed the gig. Remember her consolation prize after swapping swords with Don Jr.? Swapping swords. He's not a winner back home either. Adams was elected to Adams was elected to the municipality of Ashfield Council in 2004, and it's late. I'm making this late. I had quite a day. None of them look like her because she doesn't look like her. I don't know where she's getting her work done, but she looks like she just crawled out of Mike Lindell's bargain box Botox lab down by the river to the set of Kevin Sorbo's Piranha Sharks. If you had that movie, $1 million. The Tommy Campbell Show is the best political comedy show on YouTube, and I hope you subscribe.